Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasia, but you can also call me Tay, and welcome in. I'm so excited to have you here. And welcome to day 7 of Tay's 12 Days of Crossings, a collaboration that I've put together involving myself and 11 wonderful creators here on YouTube to bring you some Animal Crossing inspiration and festive fun. But if this is the first time you're hearing of this collaboration, or if my video is the first one you've come across within this series, this collab is a Secret Santa gift exchange and build challenge, and it is also themed after the 12 days of Christmas. So for every day from December 1st through December 12th, one creator has been posting a video showcasing a build that they have made involving an item or items that have been sent to them by their Secret Santa. And the number of items that we have been sent corresponds to the day that we are posting our video. So I'm day number 7, which means I've received 7 items from my Secret Santa. But before I get into opening that and revealing who my Secret Santa is, make sure to go check out everyone's videos. I have created a playlist and I've linked it down in the description for you if you would like to go back and watch everyone's videos. They have all been so amazing. Everyone in this collab is just wonderful and so sweet and so talented, and I've just had a blast watching everyone's videos. It's been so much fun, you guys, so definitely go check them out. Go show all of them so much love on their channels. They deserve it. They're the best. I cannot wait to see all the rest of the videos that are going to come out within the next couple of days, and it's going to get interesting because we're getting into the higher numbers, which means the builds and the items might be a little more challenging to use, but we'll have to see. I'm really intrigued to see what everyone does. So yeah, make sure to check out everyone. All of their links and information is down in the description. But let's get started with my items. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm also a little nervous. Like I said, I'm day number 7, so I have to use 7 items within my build. I actually have the items in my pocket because I am the host of this collab, so I actually already knew who my Secret Santa was. And my Secret Santa is Jo, aka Comfy Cozy Gaming with Jo, and she has wrapped her items for me, so I don't know what they are until I open them. But yeah, let me stop babbling on and let's just open these gifts. I'm so excited to see what I'm gonna get. Okay, here we go. Opening the first one, it is a festive tree. Oh my gosh, this is a perfect item. Okay, I got 7 festive trees. Okay, that's pretty good. I feel like I automatically know what I could do with this item, so yeah, I'm gonna brainstorm it though a little bit, but I'm so excited to have this festive tree. Such a perfect item for this collab. Thank you, Jo, for being so sweet and sending me a tree. I'm really excited to do this, so let's get into it. Alright everyone, so I'm transitioning over to a speed build as I build out this area, and when I first opened my item, I automatically thought Christmas tree farm. It's perfect. You can't go wrong with a Christmas tree farm. So I honestly started building it out. I started working on it, and then I realized that I just was not feeling it. I didn't want to do a Christmas tree farm. I wanted to do something a little bigger, a little grander, and that's when I came up with the idea of making Santa's Workshop. So this is my little interpretation of Santa's Workshop in Animal Crossing. I think it comes out, or turns out, so cute. I love all the colors. I stuck with the very classic Christmas colors, and it's giving very much like Toyland Christmas. If that makes sense and if you know what I mean. So I envision this build having a long hallway type walkway that leads up into the workshop where all the elves are building the toys. So I started off with making this long red carpet, and it's lined with 6 of the trees that I have to use in my build. Don't worry, I do end up putting the 7th one somewhere very special, so I do incorporate all 7, but I wanted to have 6 of them here lining this walkway in the very front. And to give it that hallway feeling, I surrounded this walkway with the castle walls. I feel like it just makes it very grand and pretty and elegant, which I guess that's kind of a style that I've really been enjoying building in, especially on my other island, Gardenia. So yeah, I just really wanted to make it very big because when I think of Santa's Workshop, it seems like a very whimsical place. But I guess I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about Christmas and the holidays, considering that this is a winter holiday build slash video. And I will also be incorporating a ton of the garden gnomes to act as elves, so I thought it would be a really cute question, and I'm very curious to know, if you were one of Santa's elves, what toy would you be making? What would be your specialty? What would be the specific toy that you'd be making for all the kids in the world? I feel like for me, I would definitely enjoy making something that involves sewing. I feel like I would probably make some of the teddy bears or the plushies. I think that would be super fun. I actually do know how to sew. I would say that I'm still like a beginner level, but I've made like a dress or two before. It was nothing that extravagant, but I have some sewing experience, so I feel like I would make all the plushies and teddy bears for all the kids and children in the world. I think that'd be a really fun job as an elf. But what would you guys choose? What toy would you be making if you were one of Santa's elves? I'd love to know. But now that we are on the top layer of this build, this is where I'm going to be making the actual workshop. So I covered the whole surface with this deck code, and I have two little bridges on the edges that you can get up to. I will be putting in inclines on the edges as well. And then also on the left, I put in a big square of that carpet design as well, because that's going to act as Santa's like main office. So that's where he's reading all the children's letters that they send him, and he's checking his list, and he's checking it twice before Christmas comes, and making sure everyone is where they need to be on the naughty or the nice list. So yeah, that's what I did, and I kind of go back and forth between different areas as I build. It's just how I build, I guess. So I start off with the walls in Santa's office, and I did run out of castle walls as I was building, so I had to go and visit Treasure Islands multiple times throughout this video. So that's why I do kind of leave some areas half built and other areas more empty and more areas that are full. So it kind of just depends on what I have in my pockets at the time. But next I go up to the top layer and I start placing some letter blocks down to spell out the word workshop. I thought that would be a really cute detail. As much as I liked it, I did end up taking it out just because I realized that I was kind of having a lot of clashing colors with my items, and those letter blocks were kind of contributing to that problem. So I did end up taking those out, unfortunately. But then I go back to Santa's office again, and that's where I placed my 7th festive tree. It's going to be in his office because he has to have a Christmas tree in his office. It just seems wrong if he doesn't. So I put that one there, and it's his special little tree in his office. And this is where I start building out the workshop officially. I use the ranch, I forget what the actual name of them are, but it's part of the ranch furniture set, and it's that little dresser. But I use that as like the long tables where all the elves do their work and make all the toys, and I just think it's so cute. I feel like this build really came out exactly how I envisioned it. And in Santa's office, I also have the naughty and the nice list hanging on either sides of the window. I do actually cut that down to just one list, just because I think it looks a little bit better. But yeah, I thought that was a really cute detail as well. This is when the fun part begins. This is when I start placing all of the toys and all the little tools that the elves are using to build everything. And this part was super fun. I got to use a bunch of different items that I don't normally place down in my themes or just builds in general. Like the T-Rex toy, I've never ever used that in any build before, so I really wanted to showcase him front and center, as well as the Nutcracker. That's a really cute item. And I also start placing down all of the garden gnomes. I went with all the colorful variations because, you know, they're Santa's elves. They're meant to be cheery and festive. So as I was placing more and more items, I started realizing that the build was just looking a little too busy, like especially for such a small space. So I decided to take a step away from the build, as I may or may not have mentioned. I've done this take, I've probably recorded this voiceover a couple times. Um, so I am losing track of what I've said and what I haven't said. But I do end up taking a break from this build because just the colors and the items were a little bit too much and I just needed a fresh start. So I start clearing off a few of the toys and I start to simplify the build a little bit. I did want it to feel cluttered, but not too much to where it was blinding with all the color. So I did have to dial it back just a little bit. And I just had to figure out what was working, what wasn't working. And another little space that I was struggling with was the back wall where the elves are working. I wasn't really sure what to put there. I thought simple panels would be good, but I didn't have the proper designs to make it look right. So as I mentioned, I took a step back from the build, and when I came back from a treasure island, I found the perfect item that I could use to really frame off this build, and it truly made such a difference. I also put in my 2 inclines, and they are perfect. I've never used the red iron incline before, so that was really fun. But the item that I used to really frame off the building and Santa's workshop as like a whole was the tokonoma item. I feel like that's a really great and underutilized item. When it comes to like city core and making buildings, it gives so much height. It looks like a perfect big block for the building, so I used that around the whole build and I feel like that just really gave me the motivation again to keep going and building. And it was just the perfect detail that I needed to frame off this Santa's workshop. But I finally decided on what I wanted for the back wall. I just decided to alternate between white and green storefronts, and I also have a red one in the middle just to match the red tokonomas at the very top. And I really wanted to incorporate that big gear item, so I ended up putting that right in the center in front of the red storefront, and it's just so much fun. I feel like that was just as much color I needed for that back area. And I also put in that festive tree. And this is when I just start adding in a few other details around the build, and I'm going to be focusing on Santa's office, as well as this little area to the right that I haven't worked on that much. And I thought it would be really cute to make a little deck where Santa and his reindeer take off when he's going to go deliver all the toys on Christmas Eve. And so I just decided to use 2 of the reindeer and some of the garden gnomes again, who are helping prep Santa's sleigh and getting all the toys in there that need to be delivered to all the children. So that was what I did on the right side of this build. I also wanted it to feel very special, so I put down some floor lights to really brighten the area, quite literally, and just make it seem even more grand. Like that's just the big moment where Santa takes off on his sleigh and deliver all of the presents to everyone in the world. So I wanted to put that there and just make it really special. But then I moved back over to Santa's office and I kind of was tinkering around with this a bit. I was very indecisive in the beginning. I just wanted Santa's office to feel very homey, like he just sits down here, it's very cozy, he has his cookies, he has his milk, and he's just reading all of the letters that the children send him. I just wanted it to feel very much like an office, which this was very interesting because I never really do indoor to outdoor type builds that often, so making an office outdoors, especially in the winter time, was a challenge, but I feel like it turned out really, really cute. And that, my friends, is all for the build. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys around the area. So coming up from the front, here we are. Ignore all my villagers. It's apparently fishing tourney, so they are all out fishing. But entering into Santa's workshop is my entrance with all of my trees. Well, not all, but 6 of my trees. Of course, I have the clock towers and the gears, and it's just so colorful and fun. I love it. I love the colors so much. And we have both inclines heading up to the top. So coming up to the left, I line the area with those items as I mentioned in the castle walls. And over here is Santa's office. I did want to enclose his office, but I couldn't really find an item that wasn't going to completely block the view of his office, so I just decided to leave it open. And I think it's so cute. We have his booths, he has a window in the back and a globe, and back here he has his nice list, and as I mentioned, he's going to check it twice. He has a snow globe on top of his fireplace, and of course some treats so he can snack while he's reading all of the children's letters that he has received. Over here is the elves working away, building all the toys and all the colors. It's just so great. I love it so much. It's probably my favorite section of the build besides the entrance. And of course, over to the right, we have the deck where Santa takes off with his reindeer to deliver all the toys and presents. I thought this was super fun to do. If I were to carry out this build any further, I'd probably add some landscape in front of this area where it's like a forest that he's going to fly over, or maybe even use the doll houses to make a little village. I think that would be super cute. And you just wrap back around here, and that's the build. It turned out really great. I do really like it. It was much bigger than I was anticipating for this challenge, but I just kind of let my imagination run wild, and I just had the best time doing it. Alright everyone, so that is all for today's video. I truly hope you enjoyed this and enjoyed the build. I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Joe, for gifting me these festive trees. It really put me in the festive mood and made me even more excited for Christmas. And please, you guys, go check out all the lovely creators who are a part of this collaboration. Check out the playlist that I have for all of the videos that have been posted thus far. We still have 5 more days to go, and it's just gonna get better and better. So stay tuned, continue following along. I will be posting who will be revealed each day on my community tab, so you can follow along and check in and see who is going to be posting for what day over there. But yes, thank you all to the collaborators for joining. Thank you all so much for your participation. This has been so much fun, and you've made my first ever YouTube collaboration run so smoothly, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I've loved your builds. I can't wait to see everyone else's, and it's just such a great time. So thank you so much for joining. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me. I hope you all have a lovely day or night of festive holiday season, and I hope you continue watching all the videos as they come out in this collab. And with that, everyone, I will see you in the next one. Bye!